You guys know what time it is. It is game one of the 2028 World Series. The Cincinnati Reds versus the Minnesota Twins. The Twins looking to go back to back after they won the World Series in 2027. But the Reds, who had the best record in all of the National League, including the Dodgers, are standing in their way. They are led by Ellie De La Cruz, the great shortstop, and three great starting pitchers, along with three great relievers. So they are no pushover. The Twins will have to do everything in their power to beat the Reds.
These guys are just trying to stay in the moment, but I'll tell you, for the home team especially,
it will be ace against ace as we send out Joe Ryan for the Twins.
With an all-important opening win on the road. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
There's his postseason stats. Fairly dominant.
Just about ready to roll here. And starting this one, Joe Ryan.
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch,
Victor Robles will start off.
Throw something that you've never seen before.
Lead off the Reds.
Victor Robles.
Ryan quickly gets in strike number one in front of a raucous Minnesota crowd. So Ryan jams Robles on that one. Robles hits that oddly to second base and is thrown out. So there's your starting lineup for the Reds. Paredes, De La Cruz. It is pretty loaded.
More often than not, goes on to win the World Series. Today is a day to come storming out of the gates.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McClain.
That one is also hit to Keisho. And he throws to Arise for out number 2. So for Joe Ryan, so far so good, but he hasn't faced Ellie De La Cruz yet, who has been red hot during the playoffs, hitting over 300 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs.
Swinging a foul out of play. 2 outs, base is empty.
Ryan quickly again gets up 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is
and throws that fastball right by Ellie.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes.
So after the top half of the first, the Reds score no runs. They throw their ace out there, Logan Gilbert, who has just been fantastic during the playoffs. One of those games, at the very least, if not 2, were against the LA Dodgers and their Murderers Row lineup that they have. So Logan Gilbert is no joke.
World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding.
I believe Logan Gilbert is a 92 overall in the game.
Careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
Just missed. McCarthy was tearing up the base.
And that was a great pitch by Gilbert. Right on the edge.
It's a lot of fun watching him run the
For
bases.
the count.
I think opposing pitchers and catchers need to take a few
Goes
extra minutes
2-2.
to plan out how they'll adjust when he gets on base.
McCarthy just trying to stay alive. And the left fielder is going to make the play for out number 1. Here's your Twins lineup. Pretty much the normal guys in the lineup today.
You said it, Boog, and I'm really excited to see how
Your
this plays
reigning
out.
Rookie of the Year, Cy McClellan, who is hitting .467
Really fun to watch, though.
in these playoffs.
McClellan, the next twin up to hit. This guy, one of the best contact men.
That's right, .467.
Outstanding on the defensive end. The shortstop takes the ball. 1 out, base is empty. Gilbert, with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
So the count is even at 2-2.
That one just misses.
Some pitchers
The
go
count
out there
goes
and rip
full
off a month or two of incredible starts. And right
with
now, it
Byron
looks like
Buxton
he's in one
on
of those
deck.
grooves. Really fun to watch.
And McClellan lightly hits that to
3-2.
second base.
On
And
the ground,
McLean
right side.
throws him out
Throws to first in time.
easily. Now Buxton's numbers look respectable at 258, but they have not been most of the playoffs. Just recently has he started to really come around. But he's come around when the Twins have needed him most.
Buxton matched a homer in his last game.
So hopefully he is now on fire and will
Now, nobody on.
continue throughout the World Series.
That one in there.
Swings at ball 3 to make it a 2-2 count.
That's to third, and it goes just foul. 2 outs.
Walker Jenkins on deck.
Way high. Walker Jenkins next to bat for Minnesota.
Gilbert can bring it. That one was 98.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
And Buxton continues to fight to stay alive.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
And that was going to be a great pitch.
Good job to fight that one off.
And Buxton takes ball 4. What an AB by Buxton. Now your American League most valuable player steps to the plate. Buxton steals second base. He just got in there too. That was close. But your current AL MVP in Walker Jenkins. And that ball's going to get down. Will Buxton go home? He will. And he slides in safe. So the MVP, Walker Jenkins, Still the kid fights that one off into left field for an RBI single to get the scoring going for the Twins.
Runner at first with 2 away. Luis Arraez stands
Oh, and he goes. And again, with his,
in the dirt.
I wouldn't say elite speed, but his very good speed, he's able to get to second easily on that wild pitch.
After giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
So Rise now with someone in scoring position.
Lots of pitches thrown in this first inning.
With that one right down the pipe. Arise had a huge 2 RBI double in Game 4 of the Toronto series. But there he grounds out to the second baseman. Not before Walker Jenkins knocks in Byron Buxton to give the Twins a 1-0 lead
It's now a 1-0 ball game.
at the end of the
This is
first.
the World Series on the show. Game 1 of the World Series. So now here's the Reds.
Paredes comes to the plate, the Silver Slugger Award winner for third baseman in the National League.
Ryan back to work. On the corner for a strike.
Man, that pitch was
He hit 30-plus home runs this year.
This guy's out there on the hill.
That's in there. And it's 0-2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Good pitch by Ryan.
Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. Ball 2. As we kick off the World Series,
that one hit to shallow center. And Buxton with great speed, of course, just camps underneath that one. Christian Encarnacion Strand. Don't know if he still has kept the strand or if he's dropped it or not.
14 innings.
And that's right, he was acquired from Minnesota in 2022. So he faces his former team. He has not hit well in the playoffs, though, and he swings at a terrible pitch.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
So 1 out, 1-2 count. Joe Ryan pitch, and that gets past Keyshaw, and Jenkins will get it back in quickly. So Encarnacion has been struggling. Well, he just got off the schneid right there with a base hit.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other
Francisco
way.
Alvarez,
That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back
the
and letting the ball get
solid defensive catcher that can hit you 25 home runs a year.
That one missed.
You really can't mess around with Alvarez. He has enough pop that he can make this a 2-1 Reds lead. And Ryan quickly gets down 3-0 to Alvarez. And he walks him on 4 pitches. So 1 out. Runners on first and second. Harrison Bader steps to the plate. Ryan with a first pitch strike. Bader is also struggling in the postseason so far.
That one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1.
And quickly he's down 0-2.
Swings through the sweeper.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Bader stays alive.
And here it comes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit.
And that one is just piped for Bader. We'll see if they'll run on Buxton's arm. And they do. And Encarnacion scores to tie the game up.
It's off the mark and he scores. It's 1-1.
So both aces make a mistake. And it comes back to cost them. And Ryan is not out of his situation yet.
Here's the left fielder,
Spencer Steer hitting well this postseason with a .318 average, a home run, and 4 RBI.
Alvarez at second.
That one hit down the line. And what a play by the kid to turn that double play. Now Bader does get the RBI, but the Twins were in a very bad situation. And there is the man of the hour, Kalen Culpepper, who turned a very impressive double play.
That one fouled off.
That's one of the things about Culpepper. I believe he is about a 94 overall in his fielding. So you'll not find too many third basemen that are better fielders than him. And he quickly goes down on strikes. Brings up Erod, who has continued to struggle, but he hits that one hard to right field. But it is caught for out number 2. I thought maybe that would get him on some sort of streak. But he continues to struggle at the plate, does Erod. But here's Luke Keeschel. He's hitting well during the postseason.
He hits both righties and lefties. Tied up here in the early going.
The Reds do have 2 away. Gilbert goes 2-1, 2-1 on Keeschel.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers.
Keeschel hits that lightly to Paredes at third, and he makes an easy throw to first for out number 3.
Tosses to first, 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Jordan Lawler.
So I wanted to show you guys the beginning of the World Series and Target Field, of course, and try to get in the each hitter's first at bat, and get to see the aces throw a little bit. And we've done that, so we'll go to Quick Manage. Ground out, strikeout, and a ground out. Jeffers up. Fly out. Ground out. And a single by McClellan. He will attempt to steal second. And he does. Brings up Byron Buxton. And Buxton grounds out. So Joe Ryan will face Ellie De La Cruz to start off the top of the fourth. De La Cruz singles. And Paredes grounds out, but De La Cruz makes it to second. So ground out by Encarnacion. And another ground out to get out of the inning. Walker Jenkins steps to the plate. He singles. Two-run home run by Luis Arraez, the hit king. Not the home run king, the hit king. But he does hit it out to put the Twins up 3-1. Kalen Culpepper at the plate. He singles. Erod. He will bunt him over. And Kershaw will swing away. He flies out. Jeffers will swing away. And he grounds out. So at the top of the fifth inning, it is the Twins 3 and the Reds 1. Solo home run by Spencer Steer to cut the lead to 3-2. Double by Robles. And a fly out. So the leadoff hitter for the Twins, McCarthy, up to bat. He grounds out. A line out. And a ground out. Joe Ryan to face Ellie De La Cruz. Pop up. Strikeout. And a ground out. Logan Gilbert to face Walker Jenkins. And there will be a pitching change. They'll go to Brandon Williamson, who has been lit up in the playoffs with an 8.64 ERA. And a line out by Jenkins. Strikeout and a ground out. If you notice there, Cincinnati has an all right-handed lineup, except for Ellie De La Cruz, who's a switch hitter. That's pretty rare. So we'll try to go with a righty. A walk by Zach Jackson. Fly out, and a fly out. So he gets out of it. They will pinch hit for Erod. We're going to bring in the minor league home run king, Rosario. This will be his first major league at bat, though. And a pitching change. Wow. His ERA is 20.25. A single. So Kershaw singles. So McCarthy will swing away with the runners at first and second. He walks Cy McClellan at the plate.
Ball four, take your base.
We pinch run Mercedes. And we will attempt a sac fly. And it works. McClellan knocks in the fourth run for the Twins. Buxton up. So back to Zach Jackson, or actually, we're going to Griffin Jacks, our setup man. A little bit of a cushion with the 1 run added in the bottom of the 7th to give the Twins a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 8th. So they'll bring in Duran, the closer. And the Twins have defeated the Reds 4-2 in Game 1 of this, of course, best-of-7 series.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence.
Duran goes 1-2-3. Doesn't walk anyone, doesn't give up any hits. Does a great job. So we hit around their ace a little bit.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of
He
key
didn't
moments
pitch
just
horribly,
really made the
but
difference. Not much separates these two teams.
he didn't pitch great either. The Twins scored enough runs to take down the Reds in Game 1. I think they show more Reds highlights than they do Twins highlights. And they did, for some reason. So McClellan 1 for 3 with an RBI. Jenkins 2 for 4 with an RBI. Arise 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Rosario, the rookie, 1 for 1. Keyshaw 1 for 3. So Arise, with that huge 2-run home run, his 4th of the postseason. That is still amazing to me. Cy McClellan had a sacrifice, and Cy McClellan had a sacrifice fly, and Erod had a sac bunt. Buxton with a steal, and McClellan with his 5th steal of the playoffs. So Ryan pitched fairly well, and our bullpen pitched well. So a good combination. So Bailey Ober, the Cy Young Award winner in the American League this year, who has pitched very well in the playoffs, will face Hunter Green, who has not pitched well in the playoffs, but who had a very good regular season for the Reds. And the Twins pick up the victory. Let's see what happened. We roughed up Hunter Green pretty good with 4 runs in 5 innings. Buxton 1 for 3 with a ribby. Culpepper 1 for 4 with a ribby. Erod 1 for 4 with an RBI. Jeffers 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And Jeffers hit a home run. I would suspect it was a 2-run home run. So, huge game for him. And Walker Jenkins with the steal. And Bailey Ober secretly did not pitch well. He had a whip close to 1.50 and an ERA of 4.50. But, you know, you're always asking for perfection from these guys, and sometimes they're going to, not pitch a perfect game, and that's okay. Our bullpen came in and locked it down as they should, and it looks like Griffin Jacks had some troubles, so they had to pull him, though. So David Festa, our number 3. Of course, last year it was Pablo Lopez. As you can see, Festa has struggled during the playoffs, but Flaherty has really struggled with an ERA close to 10 in 13 innings, and he's 0-3. But we'll see how we can do against them. And the Twins win again to go up 3-0. You can't make this stuff up, guys. This is a dynasty right here, the Twins. And the Reds could come back and win this whole thing. But so far, in the last 2 years, the Twins have been pretty close to what you call a dynasty. So McCarthy, 3 for 5 with an RBI. Jenkins, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Arise, 1 for 4. Erod, 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. I almost took him out of the game 2 games ago, and in both of these last 2 games, he's come up pretty big for us. 1 for 3, Keyshaw. So McCarthy had 2 doubles and a triple. That's McCarthy for you. Jenkins had a home run, of course, and those 3 RBIs. David Festa pitched a phenomenal game with a whip under 1 and only giving up 2 earned runs in 7 innings. Then Cole Sands came in. Bubich came in. Neil Vann came in to get the final out. The rookie. I don't think I changed any sliders, but it seems to make me have to change the sliders way too much. But okay, so Brant Herter's going to pitch. Uh, let's see. Okay. I mean, they almost have to bring back their ace on 3 games rest because they're down 3-0. We don't. And I would suspect that Ryan is almost fully ready, but he's not fully ready. And I would rather pitch Brant Herter. And then if we were to lose, we'd be down or up 3-1. And then you can go Joe Ryan, Ober, and Festa again. John Means is tempting, but Brant Herter is so much better overall. It's hard not to go with him. So, all right, let's. What we're gonna do is we're gonna quick manage this game. Yeah, Joe Ryan is right on the edge of being ready to pitch. But I would feel a lot better if I could wait one more day and then I would have Ryan, Ober, and Festa. And if we lose with those three, like 3 in a row, then the Reds deserve to win. There goes our guys getting tired again, except for Erod. That's funny to me. I guess because he's playing DH, but all right. So we have 5 guys on fire. That's always a good thing. One of the toughest things to do in baseball historically is to win
MLB The Show coming up. It's the Minnesota
a
Twins
playoff
going up
game,
against the Cincinnati Reds.
especially a clinching playoff
With my partner
game.
Chris Singleton,
In
I'm
this
John
case, it
Schaubman.
would be
Plenty of storylines
the
taking
World
shape in this
Series
series
winning
as we set the stage for
game
Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to
at the
discuss is
opponent's
just how
park.
lopsided
So
this series has been.
this is
You
going to
get
be
to this
a
point of
tough
the
one,
season, Bergen,
especially with
you
their
expect
ace
both teams to be
coming
on
back
pretty
to
even
pitch.
ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey,
So there's
coming
our
back to win
game
the series
versus
has
your
been done
game.
before. First pitch coming your way next.
Let's dance it out. Now let's play baseball. So there he is again, Logan Gilbert, with just those phenomenal
So
numbers.
just about set now. And on the hill in this one, Logan
We did
Gilbert.
give him his first
And if this guy
loss.
isn't already tall enough, he's standing on top of a mound, throwing down at hitters. His stuff can sneak up on you because of the
McCarthy
extension he
steps
gets and
to
having
the
a
plate.
deep release point. If batters can attack pitches up in the zone, this lineup will have a chance to do some damage.
And now for the Twins.
And there we go. Okay.
Jake McCarthy.
Strikeout. Double by McClellan. So let Buxton swing away. Round out. Jenkins. 2-run home run, baby. The Walker Jenkins. MVP. It's a 2-run shot on Logan Gilbert. Put the Twins up 2-0. Solo home run by Erod. I left him in. I just had a feeling. I'm not saying I had that kind of feeling, but Erod with a solo shot. He did well all year long, but has just been absolutely freezing cold during the playoffs. But in the last 3 games, he is heated up. So the solo home run puts the Twins up 3-0. Single by McClellan. He steals second. Buxton up. Buxton singles him home. So McClellan with that speed makes it home on Buxton's single. Will Buxton steal? He does. So he gets in scoring position for Walker Jenkins, who grounds out, and Arise grounds out. But the score now is 4-0 Twins. Erod's average is up, but still at 171. But 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Single by Keyshaw. Solo home run by Jake McCarthy. The Dodgers could not touch Logan Gilbert. Let's just say the Twins are touching Logan Gilbert. They are touching him all over. And I don't mean in that way. I mean it in a good way. So he is gone from the game. The Reds ace, after giving up 5 in 4 innings. He got no outs in the top of the 5th, so he only pitched 4 innings. That's Twins baseball, baby. Single by Jenkins. Arise grounds out. Grant Herter, not to put the X on him, but he has been pitching phenomenally. Hasn't given up a hit yet. Ooh, the single by Culpepper. Ooh, caught stealing. Erod. He will steal, and he does steal second. Keyshaw with a single. It does not get Erod home, though. Jeffers with a fielder's choice. McCarthy with a walk to load the bases. McClelland up. And a fielder's choice.
Ball four, take your base.
I am amazed at Herder's pitching. Look how low of stamina Julian Aguiar has. Okay, they change pitchers, of course. Buxton strikes out. Jenkins walks. Arise pops up.
Ball four, take your base.
Jenkins is caught stealing. So Herder will attempt to go the seventh inning. And he gets through it, folks. We are in the top of the eighth. The Twins are up by 5 runs. And they are up in the series over the Reds 3-0. I believe it is time for a pitching change. We're going Griffin Jacks, even though it's a 5-run lead. Well, he gives up a double, a single, fly out, single, double play. So it doesn't look so sharp, but he does get out of the inning with just 1 run given up. McCarthy with the single. He steals second. McClellan grounds out, and Buxton walks. And Jenkins walks as well. Bases loaded for Luis Arraez. Pitching change. And a pop-up. Ellie De La Cruz. We're going with our closer. A double by Paredes. A fly out.
So, runner at second, 2 down. At the plate, Stuart Fairchild, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a
So the Minnesota Twins, folks, are 1 out away
strikeout.
from back-to-back World Series championships. Their closer,
Fastball is
Johan
outside.
Duran, is in,
Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different
even though
experience
it's
as
not
a
a
hitter
save
watching that go by.
situation.
Runner at second, two
But he
down. Here in
quickly
game
gets
4 of the
behind
World
in the
Series.
count. But he does have a
Oh, he doesn't get the
4-run
call,
cushion.
and it's 2-0.
That one's hit far but foul.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
If the Twins somehow can manage to win this game tonight, you would have to call this a dynasty. That one's hit to Buxton in center. The Twins win another World Series. Your Minnesota Twins are world champions. Minneapolis and St. Paul, congratulations. Your team has won it in 2027 and 2028.
Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such
It's
an
a
amazing
mixture
reception when they
of
return home.
Minnesota Twins veterans, Minnesota Twins up and coming players,
Welcome back on the show,
and a
as we
few
see some of the
guys
final moments
that
and
we
reaction to
drafted
this World Series clinching
that
game.
came up to help
And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the
win
Commissioner's
these
Trophy to the
back-to-back World
champs.
Series. Rob Manfred there to hand off the trophy. It is their 5th World Series championship and their 2nd in 2 years.
Our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
What can you say more about Brant Herter? He came in and he really did more than what was asked of him. But let's take a look at the hitters first. McCarthy, 2 for 4 with an RBI. McClellan, 2 for 5. Buxton, 1 for 4 with a ribby. Jenkins, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 walks. Erod, 2 for 4 with an RBI. So even though he finished the postseason with a 184 average, his last 4 games, or basically every World Series game, he hit extremely well. Keyshaw, 2 for 4. The highest average on the team was McCarthy with a 375 average. McClellan was close with a 370 average. So McCarthy hit a home run. Jenkins hit his 5th of the postseason. I would be shocked if he's not the MVP of something. Erod hit his 1st home run. Yeah, Jenkins had 15 RBIs in the playoffs. He doesn't win MVP. Buxton with his 2nd stolen base. McCarthy had 1 steal to up his total to 7. Erod had a steal, and McClellan had 1 for his 6th steal of the playoffs. Look at Herter. He gave up no hits, but he got pulled because he gave up 3 walks. Now, not that that makes it any better, but in a sense, he pitched a no-hitter through 7 innings. And he gave up those walks or 2 of them late, if I remember right. But I could be wrong. But yeah, I could be wrong on that because I think we just pulled him because we knew he was getting tired. But nonetheless, the guy, you just can't pitch better than that. We asked him to go pitch against the Reds ace who had dominated the Dodgers, and Herter was up to the task. Griffin Jacks, not so much, but overall he pitched well in the playoffs. And Duran, despite his shakiness at times, he was fairly dominant himself with a 1.29 ERA. I mean, that is fast, guys. If you want a World Series, Juan, if you want an ALDS one, an ALCS, or a World Series, this Twins team will win it for you quickly. They don't mess around. And that's why I like to use the term dynasty already, because even though it's only been back to back, it's been in such dominating fashion. The regular season records, the just domination of the Cy Young Awards. I mean, now the MVP award, uh, winning the batting titles, um, and then getting into the playoffs against good teams, really good teams, and just mowing through them. Their pitching didn't carry them. Their hitting didn't carry them. Their pitching and their hitting combined just overwhelmed each team and each series that they've played in the last 2 years, for the most part. So congrats. The Twins have won the World Series. Let's check out the awards. So yes, your World Series MVP is the kid, the MVP of the American League, Mr. Walker Jenkins. The playoff MVP is Jake McCarthy, and well deserved. Walker Jenkins in the World Series hit .467 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. I forgot that Bo Bichette won it last year. So Bo Bichette, a guy that we did not have this year, won the World Series MVP for us. But Cy McClellan did more than enough to hold his own and could have very well won one of these awards. In fact, there he was, number 2. Man, it was close. He had a higher average. I forgot Jenkins won the postseason MVP last year, but McClellan was hit 2 points higher than McCarthy, But McClellan, at this point in his career, is not a home run hitter, so he had no home runs and 4 less RBIs. So you have to give it to McCarthy. He earned it. He deserves it. But McClellan came in as a rookie, won the Rookie of the Year award, and sometimes I hate that stupid Rookie of the Year thing. It shows their average, shows their home runs, their RBIs, but what it didn't show you is that he stole over 40 bases and didn't get caught very many times and played solid defense. So not only was he the Rookie of the Year by average, home runs, and RBIs, but the dude stole over 40 bases for us and played solid D, replacing a somewhat seemingly unreplaceable Bo Bichette, but he did it. And I'll say it one more time. Cy McClellan fell to us at the 16th pick that we had in his draft. And his number is number 16 to remind himself every day that 15 teams passed on him. And 16 is in honor of the Twins who selected him. And he has said since he was drafted that he would work that much harder to prove to Minnesota, to the fans, to the front office, that he is one of the best players in the game. And he may be on his way, as this is just his rookie year. Luis Ariz. Luis Ariz kind of did the opposite of what you would expect him to do. You would expect him to have 0 home runs and hit about 380. But instead, he hit 300 with 4 homers and 11 RBIs. So that's pretty amazing. Guys, we did it. We did it. We did it back to back. So celebrate tonight. Those of you that are watching this franchise, enjoy it. Know that the Twins are back-to-back World Series champs and that they've really done it in amazing fashion. And we won't even worry about the off season right now. That'll be for next time. But for tonight and the next 2 nights, let us just enjoy the sweetness of being the best of the best. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys could be anywhere in the world, and you're here right now. And I know that, and I appreciate that more than you know. Take care, guys, and we'll see you soon.